Dun, 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 dun. So this is all about Kyle and Mauricio yet again, and Kyle slamming a-hole women who slide into Mauricio Umansky's DMs. And I have the clip of her talking about it, so we will watch it. Now, Kyle, don't blame the women. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. If his DMs are open, is it a thought's fault for sliding in them? Is it? Let's find out. Here we go. So this is according to All About the Real Housewives. It says Kyle Richards got very candid about the issues in her marriage to her husband, Mauricio Umansky, on the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. On Wednesday's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle vented her frustrations over women who were constantly sliding into her husband's DMs on social media in an attempt to shoot their shot with the real estate mogul. Quote, Mo gets a lot of DMs from women. They don't care that he's married, and they're always the aggressor, she admitted. It just makes you realize there's a lot of effing a-holes out there. Yeah, and you're married to him. No, honestly, this might be an unpopular opinion, but like, I'm not really mad at Mo. I'm not really that mad at Mo. I'm mad at Mo in different compartments. Like in his business, I'm mad at him when he is allegedly fraudulent, when he, defrauds his clients or real estate people and do shady deals and all of that stuff. I'm mad at that. Anytime you're allegedly stealing from someone or doing shady business deals and people have to sue you over and over and over again, and you're like not paying your agents the right commission, like all of that stuff, that bothers me. So Mo can, whatever with the fraud stuff. But when it comes to his marriage with Kyle, the reason why I'm not mad at it is this. There comes a point where you have to admit that you created the monster. And what I mean by that is if you've allowed certain behavior, if you've co-signed certain behavior, if you've participated in certain behavior for decades upon decades, almost 3 decades, because they've been married for 27, 28 years, then you are a part of the problem. And don't forget, there was also rumors that she was dipping it and doing it, that they both sort of had this open relationship type thing going on. So it's like, if you fed the monster and you were a monster, then why are you shocked that you are now in a monstrous situation? So don't blame the women sliding in his DMs. I don't co-sign that. I'm not saying that I agree. I don't think that any person should shoot their shot with someone who is in a monogamous relationship, marriage. But the question is, are they in a monogamous relationship, marriage? That's the whole thing. Is it actually monogamous? Has it ever been? That's the question, right? Okay. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills OG made this surprising confession while playing a card game with her co-stars during Annemarie Wiley's birthday celebration at a winery in Ojai, California. Kyle's response came from Sutton Strack, who pulled a card that asked, is it appropriate for husbands when it comes to communicating with other women on social media? Murder, Kyle quipped. I've had a fight with Mo over that. I hate that. Liking people's photos, following people, you don't do that. Meanwhile, Kyle further opened up about Mauricio disrespecting her throughout their marriage during the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show. Kyle admits that Mauricio has disrespected her and their marriage by engaging with other women on social media. I think Instagram's literally the worst thing for relationships. I hate it. I think it's terrible, Kyle said on the after show. I have the clip so we can watch it in a second, guys, okay? She then laughed at the fact that she threw her husband under the bus on this week's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, while Sutton and Garcelle said they read between the lines that Mauricio, quote, liked some photos he shouldn't have on social media. I wish I was the kind of person that could just laugh that type of thing off and be like, oh, look at you, but I don't. And not only does it feel disrespectful, but it is also like we're in the public eye and people can see who you follow and comment, Kyle admitted. Meanwhile, Kyle is out here for the last 2 to 3 years having a full-blown fake lesbian relationship with Morgan Wade, playing in our faces, but yet Mauricio liking some photos on Instagram is the end of a 3-decade marriage. Kyle, bye. But like, just stop it. Just stop it. And I'm not defending Mauricio. Trust me, I am not team Mauricio. I'm not saying what he's doing is correct at all. I'm just saying that there needs to be a level of self-awareness and accountability with this whole Kyle coming after Mauricio situation. Crystal Minkoff then chimed in and said, you know, you're really disrespecting your spouse in a public forum, and that's like even worse. That's even worse. On the other hand, Ding Dong Dorit added, Mo certainly knows that his wife would not tolerate him engaging with younger, attractive women on social media. There might be another couple that the wife would not mind at all. Are you talking about yourself, Dorit? What's going on there? But let's hear it from the horse's mouth, okay? Let's hear what she had to say.
Media comes up.
I think Instagram is literally the worst thing for relationships. I hate it. I think it's terrible.
It's appropriate for husbands when it comes to communicating with other women on social media.
I had like a fight with Mo over that. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't think that's cool.
Liking people's photos.
Yeah, no.
Following people. Too bad now I throw Mo under the bus.
It's okay, honey.
Like 6 months ago, it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of annoying now. I'm like, yeah, you know what? And you know what else?
Honey,
Don't even have me check those
you
DMs.
were very spicy on the first episode.
I don't feel like I have to answer to anybody.
Well, you don't, but don't become a rebellious person and do it out of rebellion. Do it because you want it.
Listen, I am very clear right now. I'm not rebelling. I'm just really clear.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, because that's right after one of those Instagram situations.
I was like, my girl is pissed. And poor thing, he was just...
I think perhaps Mauricio is,
Likes some pictures.
yeah.
You don't have to follow every single person and like all their photos. But yeah, no, I don't like that at all. I wish I was the kind of person that could just laugh that type of thing off and be like, oh, look at you. But I don't. And not only does it feel disrespectful, but it also is like we're in the public eye and people can see who you follow and comment.
You know, you're really disrespecting your spouse in a public forum. And that's like even worse. That's even worse.
Mo certainly knows that his wife would not tolerate him engaging with younger, attractive women on social media. There might be another couple that the wife would not mind at all.
If Marcellus wanted to look at beautiful women on Instagram, we don't have rules per se, but I also don't have trust issues. My husband is the one who, when we first started dating, we would go places and he would be like, oh, honey, I slept with her before. So it's like, if you like somebody's picture and I know it's so-and-so that you used to date in 2003, why would I be upset about that? I already know that you used to date her. Me and Marcel's are different though. We have the horrible conversations. We have the worst conversations. Like, we talk about the worst stuff. Like, people always want it, like rainbows and butterflies and like, husband, tell me, like 8.5. Marcellus calls me 8.5, and you're like, how does that make you feel? I'm like, great, it's a badge of honor. Like, it's so funny because I asked so many of my girlfriends that. I'm like, what would you do if your husband said you were 8.5? Oh my God, I'd be so upset and I'd divorce him. I'm like, why? Like I'm not that woman. Like, I don't need, like, don't lie to me. Like, keep it real. That's why I trust.
You know, before we even get back to Kyle and Mauricio, can we just collectively say how insufferable Annemarie is? The woman is freaking insufferable. I can't. First of all, thou dost protest too much. If you really thought your husband calling you an 8.5 was, quote, a badge of honor, you delusional, low self-esteem having person, you wouldn't have to get validation from your friends that it was okay. You wouldn't go around asking all your friends what they think. You would just be like, oh my gosh, I'm an 8.5. Like, what? And she talks in circles. And also on the show, do you notice how, I don't know if she has like a ticky boom, like if something is actually wrong or if she does it on purpose, but she will literally say something and then be like, I never said that 3 seconds later. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know, like, blink twice, Annemarie, if you are like in a Stockholm syndrome situation. Like, is something going on? Like, I don't know what is going on with her, but she talks in circles. She talks a lot. She talks a lot of nonsense. She lies and denies all of the time. Just like Crystal said, she gaslights you literally in the same exact conversation. Annemarie, I'm going to need to have you get yourself checked out. And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not being mean. I'm being serious. Like, I don't know what is going on with this woman's mind, her personality. I don't know if it's stress. I don't know if it's delusion, if it's her own coping skills. We all know the allegations against her husband. You know, if you're out and your husband's like, yeah, I slept with this woman, and then now he's liking her photos on Instagram, no woman is okay with that. I don't care how cool you want to act. I don't care how cool girl you want to pretend. You're out and your husband's like, yeah, I used to have sex with this woman. And then you see him engaging with her on Instagram. I don't care who you are. I don't care how solid your marriage is. I don't care how confident you are. You're going to feel some type of way. The way you react to how you feel will be based on, yes, your level of maturity, your level of security in your relationship, your level of confidence, your level of self-esteem. Because having self-esteem and confidence doesn't mean that things don't get to you. It means the way in which you respond to the things that get to you is different. That's what emotional intelligence is. It's not that things don't get to you because you're still a human being. It's how do you navigate those moments, that things that get to you. Annemarie sounds like a hot mess to me. And again, I don't care who you are, you're going to feel some type of way. If I'm out with my man and he's like, yeah, Candy, I used to smash that girl. We used to hook up. I've had sex with her. And then 2 days later, he's liking and engaging and sending fire emojis to this girl on Instagram. I'm going to feel some type of way. I'm going to handle it in a mature way, but I'm going to feel some type of way. So Annemarie, miss us with this delusional, thou dost protest too much. I think she's trying to this is what I actually think is going on with Annemarie as I talk it out with you guys. I think the person that Annemarie is trying to convince that everything is okay in her marriage is herself. I think that's the person she's trying to convince. That's why she talks in circles. That's why she is seeking all this validation. That's why she's talking all this stuff. I think the one person she's trying to drink the Kool-Aid is herself, because she knows on her gut intuition level, there's a fly in the milk and something ain't right. But I think for her, it's easier for her to live in la delusion land than to admit to herself, I have a lot of problems right now in my marriage. There's something really wrong here. And I really need to tackle what's going on. I don't think she wants to blow up her life. But that's my assessment on her. You know what I'm saying? All right, so there's that. But put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. You know, whose responsibility is it? Is it Mauricio's husband's responsibility to make sure that DM door is shut? Or is it the responsibility of everybody with an Instagram account not to slide into the DMs of a married man when the monogamy question is a little bit weird? I think it's both people's responsibility. I think let's just say hypothetically they are in a monogamous marriage. I think it's the spouse's responsibility to make it crystal clear that that door is shut so people won't even try it, because people try it with people they think they can get away with it with. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain men that women won't try it with, and there's certain women that men won't try it with because they already know what the deal is, and like, don't come over here messing up my relationship because we're good, you know? So there's that. But then I also think that people should respect people who are fronting or actually in, however you want to take it with these people, in monogamous relationships. Like, have more self-respect, you know, have more dignity. There are millions and billions of people in this world. You don't have to try and take someone's man or take someone's girl or take someone's woman. You don't got to do all that. You know, the person that is right for you will be available in all aspects, emotionally and in relationship wise. They will be 100% available for you, and you deserve that type of person. So I think everybody needs to kind of step up here on the responsibility level. But let me know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before you do that, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And shop our conspiracy theory teas, which are linked down below. So with that, let's move on to our next story. So this is all about